In today's video, we're going to talk about the Syrian drug traffickers backed by Syrian authorities in their missions against security forces of neighboring countries. So let's get to it. The incident that revealed the essence of conflict. One day in early May 2023, a fighter jet started a devastating attack across Jordan's northern border into Syria by firing rockets at a two-story cinder block house, leaving nothing standing and eliminating everyone inside. Once upon a time, this area was a stronghold for rebels fighting Bashar al-Assad's regime. To be fair, this area was previously very prone to airstrikes, bombings, and other attacks. However, this time set a precedent because the casualty of the clash was a Syrian named Marai al-Ramthan. The weird thing is that Ramthan wasn't a revolutionary fighter, but rather a drug smuggler specializing in a notorious synthetic drug called Captagon. Ramthan was assassinated at the age of 45, along with his wife and 6 children. Reportedly, he hired friends and relatives to transport drugs across the border and was eager to pay up to $10,000 or 8,900 euros per trip. Previously, he was wanted for more than 50 trafficking cases in Jordan and as a result got himself the nickname Escobar. What is Captagon, and how did Syria become safe ground for its production and distribution? Captagon is a drug invented in West Germany in the 1960s. Its first use was in medicine for treating attention deficit disorder, narcolepsy, and depression. When it comes to chemical compounds, Captagon is a phenethylene and a psychostimulant. Until 1986, the drug was banned in many countries, but that doesn't mean its production and distribution stopped. Later on, Captagon served as a recreational drug in the Middle East, particularly in the Gulf states, including Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates. During Syria's civil war, it was very popular among fighters. One pill can cost up to $20 or 17 euros. The drug is now completely different chemically in comparison to its original ingredients. Nowadays, it can contain various substances such as caffeine, paracetamol, and even the asthma drug theophylline. During the past decade, Syria has slowly become safe ground for producing and trading Captagon on an industrial level. The devastation of Syria's economy thanks to its civil war sheds light on why Captagon production took hold at that time. According to some experts, the street value of Captagon sales can be up to $50 billion or 44 billion euros a year. What makes things particularly intimidating when it comes to Captagon in Syria is that many European officials claim Syria's government is constantly facilitating the trade. Thanks to some drug busts in the Middle East and Europe, European officials even provided some evidence of it. Operational knowledge from Lebanon revealed that the convicted drug trafficker was associated with the Syrian army's elite 4th Division, led by Bashar al-Assad's brother Maher. Besides that, the European Union has sanctioned 3 of Assad's cousins for alleged association with the Captagon trade. Jordan's effort to counter the Captagon trade. Jordan has a huge problem with Syria's drug trade and is making a great effort to counter it. Jordan's army states it has prevented more than 1,700 infiltrations and smuggling attempts from 2020 until now. Firstly, the smugglers' tactic was to arrive in small, unarmed groups. Now they've changed their approach and target 4 or even 5 entry points to cause fake alerts and distract enemy patrols. In addition, they take advantage of sandstorms, fog, and rough terrain as they carry drugs in backpacks or even inside tires rolled to the Jordanian side for pickup. They engage in the battles against Jordanian security forces and are usually armed with machine guns, night vision goggles, and drones. Not only have the Syrian smugglers changed their tactics, but the Jordanian government did too. The turning point in their approach was the assassination of an army officer and the wounding of 3 others. Jordanian forces adopted a more violent approach because of these attacks. Jordanian soldiers assassinated as many as 27 smugglers trying to cross the border. Afterwards, they launched a fatal airstrike, which represented a severe warning to any Syrian smuggler who potentially wanted to cross Jordan's border in the future. Syria's hotspot of Captagon trade, Daraa and Suwaida provinces, are the front runners when it comes to the Captagon trade in Syria. One notorious Captagon trafficker, Raji Falhut, operated from these provinces and is currently under US and UK sanctions for his involvement in the trade. These areas were his home until local militiamen called Men of Dignity attacked his base, most likely because they were enraged by the influx of drugs and crime in the area. After a shootout, Raji managed to escape and fight writers found strong evidence of Captagon production and trade, such as a machine for pill pressing and bags of pills stacked on top of one another. His ID card reveals that Raji was a member of the Syrian military intelligence. Besides, they found many messages on his phone addressing Syrian officers or vice versa. For example, in one message, the head of Syrian intelligence in Sueda ordered him to organize a post-presidential election rally for Assad. Additionally, some messages revealed he organized transfers of Captagon-making equipment from Lebanon, another country that has become a significant battleground in the regional conflict over the booming drug trade. Biggest drug lord in Lebanon. Lebanese police arrested Hassan Dakou, age 36, accused of running a drug empire from Lebanon's Bekaa Valley, which runs along the Syrian border. While searching his house, police found more than $3 million or 2.6 million euros in cash. Even though Dakou denied any involvement in the drug trade, he admitted he had worked for the 4th Division. He possessed an ID card to prove that claim and said the unit wanted him to help track drug smuggling inside Syria. The Lebanese court decided there was no evidence that Syrian officials have anything to do with trafficking, but Dakou's messages on cell phones might prove otherwise. Allegedly, he was in contact with someone under the codename The Boss, and some sources suggest that that codename refers to a senior 4th Division commander, Ghassan Bilal. Both sides denied these accusations, and Dakou stated that he was only in contact with Syrian and Lebanese drug traffickers because these contacts helped him track and monitor the industry for the 4th Division and other Arab security agencies. Also, his lawyer, Musawi, stated his client is a victim of fabricated media and political campaigns. Just a few weeks before Dakou was arrested, Malaysian police announced they captured almost 95 million Captagon pills hidden in industrial wheels. According to the Lebanese security forces, the shipment had an estimated street value of $1.2 billion or 1 billion euros and was on its way to Saudi Arabia. The drug lord, who has both Lebanese and Syrian nationality, was wanted in Jordan as well. He was sentenced in absentia to 20 years in prison for owning a factory that was importing chemicals used for the manufacture of Captagon. He was also accused of exporting them to Syria. Thanks to his crimes, the US has sanctioned Hassan Dakou. Is there light at the end of the tunnel in context of relations between neighboring countries? Just a few days before drug smuggler Ranthan was assassinated in the airstrike, the Syrian foreign minister joined Arab counterparts at the meeting in Amman. He agreed he would put in the effort to put a stop to drug trafficking and identify drug smugglers operating in his country. Previously, Jordanian officials showed Syrian officials evidence that border guards helped Captagon smugglers. Obviously, this approach didn't work, so Jordan unexpectedly began advocating for returning Syria to the Arab League, from which it was suspended for 12 years. Later, Syria rejoined the League. Many people think it's completely absurd to ask Syria to stop drug smuggling. It would be like asking an arsonist to stop the fire. Accordingly, Syria was in an extremely unenviable economic situation thanks to the civil war, and that country almost completely relied on Captagon production and its export, so it would be illogical to ask their officials to give up on that. Also, the Assad regime was allegedly largely financed by drug smuggling, and there's no way it would survive disrupting or stopping Captagon revenues. A Syrian soldier who worked with the 4th Division before defecting to Europe in 2013 claims that if Syria stopped the narco business for 20 days, the al-Assad regime would be over and the Syrian economy would collapse. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and comment on this video. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you like what we're doing and want us to continue with more cool content. Until the next time.